Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your February mid-month bonus love reading. Thank you guys so much for being here, for all the love and support. I do appreciate each and every one of you so, so much. If you have not caught your February monthly reading, it will be linked up here with your playlist. And if you are not following me over on Instagram, I am at Virgo Angel Tarot, where I do post additional content. And I let you guys know when I've got openings and availability, and if I'm going to be doing any readings in person or attending any events. So let's see what we have going on for you here. Your major arcana is the Magician card. I'm going to do an overall general energy on your love life, and then I'm going to pull for singles and couples. So let's see what we have for you guys here. The Magician card next to the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and the Five of Cups. Funny, Pisces had 777. You have 555. So those angel numbers may be significant to you. You know, the synchronicity of the numbers 555 could be popping up for you quite frequently here. 555 signify difficult change, uncomfortable change, but necessary change. It's that uncomfortable and necessary change before the big manifestations, before, you know, the big blessings come in, before you elevate or call in exactly what it is that you truly want. So the Five of Pentacles, you know, feeling left out in the cold could be the signs of like financial loss, poverty, feeling like you've got no one to support you, like almost like you're practically begging for help, assistance, or somebody to notice you. Five of Wands is that conflict and competition. It just feels like there's some inner conflict either within, especially if you've been feeling like you aren't feeling valued at any point in your life when it comes to love. And remember, not just romantic love, but, you know, love relationships, familial love, friendships, things of that nature, where it feels like it's almost a tug of war just to get somebody to notice you or appreciate you or just to be grateful for you. And it could leave you in this Five of Cups energy where it has you crying over spilled milk, over what things did not work. However, you know, I feel like this is something that you're going to be transitioning out of, because your supporting cards here, especially with the Magician card, if you're one of my witchy friends here, you will definitely be working on some clearing, some energetic clearing and healing, ritual work, manifestation, allowing yourself to, you know, confront and feel and heal and let go and move on. Whatever it is that I'm hearing for some of you could be inner child wounds, your upbringing, the way you are treated within a family unit. It can be showing up in relationships for some of you. Whereas maybe you felt like you were kind of brushed off, you know, brushed aside in, you know, growing up in your childhood, you may end up attracting that type of partner. Again, this isn't for everyone. If I read without the fives here, I've got the Magician, the Knight of Cups, and the Six of Wands, giving me a really positive energy here. You are creating the life, the love, you know, setting certain goals and intentions for you, especially if you're calling in romantic love, connected love, deep soul. I feel like this is someone that you really want to call in, who's going to appreciate you, who's going to love you, who's going to take care of you, be romantic, you know, that their love languages and your love languages mesh well together, right? Six of Wands. So, you know, feeling like you're very well supported in this connection, in this relationship. Some of you, that is the type of energy you've been giving, you've been putting out, and now you're just asking for reciprocity, you know, in your relationships, friendships, partnerships. If you are straight up single, I definitely feel like you're calling in that type of love, that type of soulmate. I feel like there's still some lingering heartache that needs to be healed, worked through, dealt with. You know, sometimes we think that because it's no longer in our surroundings that we no longer need to, you know, think about it or work through it or heal. But in reality, it can show up in other ways. You're manifesting something else beyond that, you know, that can it's reminiscent of that energy, just in a different way. Okay, so again, that's the uncomfortable change that's coming through here. Definitely feel like some of you are doing, you know, the love work here, manifestation work, love rituals, whatever you may be doing to call love in. It feels very positive here. Now, I will say this, because I am not somebody who, I'm not someone who, let's see, let me choose the right word here. I'm not someone who likes to support, or I don't know, however you want to say it. I don't like when people, let me just put it this way. I don't like when people do love work on a specific person, right? Everyone should have their own free will to choose to be with whomever, to have the free will, the freedom to love whoever they want, and to not be with someone they don't want. So, you know, when you do that type of, and it's my own opinion, so don't take it personal if you don't agree with me. It's fine. We're all on our different paths and levels of understandings, right? Now, you want to call love in, you want to call your soulmate, you want to call divine love, you can do that. Some people want to call in a specific person and make them be their soulmate, their divine love, their twin flame, whatever it may be. Now, what happens if this person isn't, you know, their true love, their soulmate? It's essentially trying to force a connection. And when someone is in a forced situation, they're not truly happy. And if they're not happy, then you're not happy with how things can progress. I've seen a lot of miserable and unhappy couples that don't get along, that yes, are married, have children, have purchased homes. They have all that to show for, but nobody's happy. Nobody's happy because someone said, they are my soulmate. They are who I want for the rest of my life. And I'm going to be damned. Make sure that they're going to be the person for me. And there they are, in a relationship, in a marriage, with children, living together, with their own individual demons. So love yourself enough to know that you deserve someone that's going to love you back 100%. 100%, without any type of love spell, without any type of love binding work. Okay? So, the Magician, the Knight of Cups. Definitely feel, like I said, someone here is calling love in. I'm going to pull cards here. 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, 5 of Cups. Just one card for the fives. And I swear, if we end up with the 5 of Swords, the Moon card. So, you know, secrets, illusions, deep healing. What's done in the dark will come to light. It feels like for some of you that has already happened. Breaking free from the illusions. I feel like if someone is holding on to a deep, dark secret, it's eating them up. Yeah, look at that. Very Moon energy, secrets, illusions, intuition. Again, this very much tells me that someone is holding on to a secret that could be eating them up alive. There could be, you know, other situations, mistakes that they've made in their past. And let's get something straight here. I know I'm doing a love reading, but a secret doesn't necessarily mean that it's like cheating or like a secret love child, right? It could be that they're heavily in debt and they don't want to tell you. It could be that, you know, they have other obligations like to their parents, and so they'll never move in with you or buy a home with you, or, you know, it won't be on your timeline, maybe not never, you know, it's things of that nature, especially if you have discussed those types of plan in the future. For others, someone here may be contractually committed to someone, right? i.e. marriage. Doesn't mean they're together with them, but it could be that maybe they've been separated for a long time and never filed divorce papers, right? they may have presented themselves as legally separated, going through a divorce, but then you just maybe assumed that they are divorced. Ace of Wands. Eight of Pentacles. So I also get this feeling that for some of you here, it is about new beginnings, passionate new beginnings. Somebody here might have like an idea to start a new business, and I feel like that's what's going to take priority, and they're afraid to break it to you. I also feel that for some of you, this is this feeling of not being on the same page when it comes to their next manifestation, their next career goal, where they want to take their current business, where they want to take their career, what they have in mind. I mean, this is super powerful. The Magician is number one card. The Ace of Wands alone, that is, you know, passionate new beginning, a lot of creativity fueled behind it. So if you are an artist, if you are someone who really is putting in the work towards certain projects, I feel like if you're feeling like you're not well supported in your partnership or friends, family, partnerships, relationships, whatever it may be, I do feel like it's time to tune into the frequency of the correct audience. Okay, so maybe you're hoping for some sort of recognition from people that just don't get what you do, right? Can't relate. Things don't resonate. It just hasn't clicked. Maybe they are just, like I say it, there are those that are going through a spiritual journey, and then there are those that are on autopilot, right? So they may be on autopilot while you're discovering new ways to express yourself through this spiritual journey. Now I'm going to pull cards for singles here. Cancer singles. The Emperor, beautiful. Another major arcana with the Ace of Cups. Hell yes, thank you. Two aces here. Page of Pentacles. Eight of Swords. Okay, singles, listen. These fives here are what's holding you back. You're keeping yourself back from that, you know, that pain, that trauma, the sadness, the insecurities, whatever people may have held back from you. It's that feeling of not being able to trust the way that you used to trust someone. And so you hold yourself back. You're afraid to trust. You're afraid to give in. And I feel like it's okay. Some of you are ready for baby steps. Those baby steps can start in the form of the Page of Pentacles. I just heard something raw and real is what you are looking forward to. You just want someone who's going to be 1000% honest with you. And even if it means being blunt, matter of fact, straight to the point, right? Like in this Emperor energy. It's like, just tell me how you feel. Just be blunt. Just be straight up. If you don't like me, we're adults. It's all good. You know, you go your way, I go my way. I got lots of stuff to build upon in my life, but I'm not going to be hanging around waiting for somebody to, you know, for me to convince that they do love me or that they do want to be with me. Ace of Cups, this is absolutely a new beginning of love. It's coming through. You may be meeting them at work, actually, you know, or somewhere along the lines of a work function, networking, things of that nature. You could be working in similar industries. You know, I just heard for some of you, it's the same building. So if you work in like a building where there are different, I guess, offices, or it could be like a mall, I guess, where there's a bunch of different stores. Well, you know, you could be going to the same building, but not working for the same people, if you know what I mean. Page of Pentacles. So yes, this is the start of something new beginnings. This is the start of a very stable future with someone. Just, it's time for you to get out of your own way and get out of your head, right? Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. I don't remember who else got this card, but quite a couple of signs, I shouldn't say quite a few, a couple of signs have already gotten this card. I'm going to pull one more. Remember that the red flags don't necessarily mean they come from other people. You yourself can also be, you know, a red flag. In other words, you may be making moves or saying things out of fear, which can be a red flag towards someone else. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And it's clear here with the Ace of Cups. So if the red flags are, I just heard high beaming, like neon sign, red flags, pay attention to this, pay attention to that. Don't be afraid to speak your truth. Don't be afraid to let people know what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. And no, I'm not saying you should have to teach someone right from wrong, but everyone's personality is different. And so what could have been okay or normal or acceptable for them in other instances in their life doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be okay with it. And making a weird face or kind of feeling, irritated or annoyed by something they say or do, rather than just saying it in that moment, like, what do you mean by that? You can even just be like, just so we're clear, that comment you just made was not cool, or whatever it is, however you tend to say things, but it's okay if you call someone out and not like you're ready to fight. Okay, let's get that straight. If you call someone out and tell them and let them know that, hey, I didn't appreciate what you said or did, or I don't like the fact that you and they're open and receptive to what you're saying without immediately fighting, without immediately pushing back, that's a green flag. But if they push back and they try to gaslight and they, make it a big old deal, then it's like, hello, biggest red flag ever, right? Pay attention to the green flags. Stay optimistic about your love life. Let's see what's in store for Cancer couples. King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy there, of course. Oh, definitely your energy is here, especially with the Moon card also being, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. I normally read it as Cancer, Scorpio. King of Cups also, Cancer, Chariot card, Cancer. So definitely you are very much in your power. If you have Scorpio in your chart, you might want to check out their reading. They're up next, so I don't know what's going to be in their reading just yet, but I guess we'll find out. And guess what? You've got all fives. Remember what I said? Let's hope you don't get that 5 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, 5 of Cups, and 5 of Swords. So definitely this is a period of expansion, of growth, of healing, of release, spiritual enlightenment, awakenings, going through some tough, spiritual lessons at this time. It doesn't even feel like it's a lesson. It just feels like you've been there, done that, but this is the remnants of that type of energy that you've needed to clear out of your energy, out of your aura, out of your hemisphere, whatever you want to call it. But the King of Cups here for my Cancer couples, the King of Cups and the Chariot card, very strong Cancerian energy, watery energy, definitely tapping into your emotions, not being afraid to release, to work through things. Sometimes if things feel very overwhelming, it's important to kind of take a step back. I'm not saying avoid processing those emotions, but definitely take a step back, see things in black and white, understand, even appreciate the lesson if you can in that moment. Not everyone is at that moment in their life where they can appreciate, certain things that come up, synchronicities, realizations, as things start to come up on the surface and you start to, connect the dots of certain things that come through. I do feel like there's a lot of emotional energy that's coming through. I'm seeing, I know it's raining here in LA, but I'm seeing storms. When I think of a storm, I think of cleansing, of clearing, of emotional release, of, emotional healing and letting go energetically, emotionally. 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups is that spiritual journey. I just heard spiritual abandonment. So maybe some of you are going to be pushed to the point of wanting to just abandon this spiritual path that you've been on, because the emotions that start to come up can really push you to the edge. But Spirit is saying, feel the feelings, feel the discomfort, continue to work through it, because it's worth it. 5 of Swords, winning at all cost. It is worth it. Turning your back on something isn't healing. Yes, it could be setting boundaries and protecting yourself. But if you just turn your back and think like the end, that's it, then you're not fully healing on an emotional, mental, spiritual, energetic level. 7 of Cups. The World card, another major arcana. Absolutely love this. Listen, you are closing out cycles. There are, chapters in your life that were brought on your path to confuse you, to get you to this point of clarity that really just helps you to tap into a very, very clear intuition. Because as you begin to fully trust in your intuition, trust in yourself, you now can see very clearly when something is good, when something is right, and when something is a hell no, boundary, X, no, whatever, deuces, see you later, alligator, I don't even care. Like, I am leveling up and getting the F out of here. I am worthy of so much more. I know my worth. I know what I'm, deserving of. And I sure as hell know what I am not willing to accept anymore. And I feel like that sense of empowerment comes through in your love life. Okay. So if you've been going through, this feels almost like in a partnership, this feels like you're going at it alone and your partner's not quite sure how to support you at this time. But it does feel like this actually helps to elevate you and elevate you both as a couple into greater success and change. For some of you, new love is coming through, but this feels like a resurgence of love, starting over again, especially in partnerships. This also feels like you are getting to know yourself with new eyes of love for yourself, self-love. Some of you could be working towards loving yourself fully and wholly. Trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. I feel called to pull, what did I tell you? I feel called to pull that one too. And sure enough, because I kept saying that was those feelings of self-love and worthiness, deserving of love. It's that opportunity for you to really take the time to work on trusting of people, places, things, situations in this perspective here in this relationship. Messages of love, they may or may not resonate with any of the other messages. They may just be standalone messages. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Fate, this is a destined partnership. Denial, detach with love to clearly see the truth. Balance, one person is giving too much in this relationship. Longing, someone is secretly yearning for you. Regret, someone feels remorse for the way they treated you. And one last one, well, there it is. Children are important to this partnership. Okay, my Cancer friends, I am sending you guys so much love. Thank you guys for all the love and support. Remember to give it a thumbs up, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Double tap that bell to get notified of all the readings. Your February monthly reading is out if you haven't caught that, so make sure you check that out in your playlist. Make sure you also check out your moon, rising, and Venus signs to get a better perspective of all the other energies. Oops. Wow. Of all the other energies around you. Listen, are we just throwing love around like that? Is that what that was about? I was crazy. I've never done that before. Okay, Cancer. It's time to do the healing work. the self-love, spiritual cleansing. I definitely feel like you can use energy work, meditation, spiritual baths, journaling, process all those emotions that you've kind of blocked off and hidden away. It's time, Cancer. It's time to live your best life. It's time to live in a relationship or with a partnership where you trust each other wholly and fully, where you trust yourself as well. You trust your intuition, where you feel safe and secure within yourself and in your partnership. Sending you guys so much love. As always, your playlist is here. Your monthly will be here, and I will see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.